everybody, my name is Jane and I'm so happy to see you on our YouTube channel again. So, there are a lot of things in English language and culture that might confuse non-native English speakers. That's why today we've decided to discuss everything about English teachers' curriculum vitae. So, we will get the difference between the resume and CV. Also, we will find out the resume structures for ESL teachers. And of course, we will show you some resume samples that you can use whether you have teaching experience or not. So, if you are interested, keep watching. But before we dive deep into it, let me remind you that I'm recording this video for TEFL TESOL certification.com. The number of people who are learning English is growing each year, and that's why the profession of English teacher is in huge demand as well. So there is a cutthroat competition, and in order to stand out of a crowd and to get a prestigious job, you need to show your best sides to the employer. And this is the main and the most important reason why you need a resume. So let's discover the difference between resume and CV. And first of all, let's find out their meaning. So the resume is a document that contains all necessary information about work experience, education, and skills for a particular position. In other words, resume contains 1 or maximum 2 pages with only relevant information. So such a resume will help the employer to understand why you are the perfect candidate. So on the other hand, curriculum vitae is a short chronological description of your life with academic or professional achievements and professional skills that may help to show you as the best candidate for this position. So usually CV contains many pages with detailed information with dates and terms. So in the CV of English teachers, education plays the most important role, and usually CVs contain information about scientific papers, publications, or academic achievements. So in a nutshell, both documents are relevant and important in order to get a prestigious job, but the resume can help you to make a good lasting impression right away because it takes about 1 or 2 minutes for recruiters to understand whether you fit or not. So English teacher's resume must demonstrate perfect abilities of the applicants to help people to use and understand English better. So in other words, your resume must meet some requirements such as solid knowledge of the language and teaching skills. So you must have the ability to teach people through speaking, listening, writing, and reading tasks. And also you must be good at making lesson plans. And needless to say that your resume should have such information about education and certifications because such information is the key to get a good ESL teaching position. So the classic CV should have following information such as personal data, skills, employment history, resume summary, and education. So contact information must include name, phone, email, nationality, driver's license, and links to your social media profiles. So the resume summary must be at the beginning of the document because it attracts employers and recruiters' attention firstly and helps to understand whether you are a good candidate or not for a couple of seconds. So the first section of the CV is a designation of the desired position, and that's why in this section you shouldn't use general phrases. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. So a young specialist is looking for a job in a dynamically developing company in a management position. That's a wrong line. I'm an English tutor with 2 years of experience and I want to take a position of an English teacher at Parsons School of Design. This one sounds way better. So the more clearly you define the position you want to take, the likely it is to get it. So brevity and precision are the main criteria at this stage. So in the chapter of summary of your skills in the CV, you shouldn't be shy, so point it out the most significant and relevant skills. There are some ideas that you can add to this chapter. I have the skills of oral and written communication in English language. Or I can quickly find a common language with people of different ages. I make beautiful and interesting presentations in the classroom. I'm able to resolve a conflict in a group of students, and also I come up with different and engaging activities. Each of your skills might be a trigger for a potential employer, so describe all positive characteristics in detail. Employment history is one of the most difficult sections because it requires the following information: reverse chronology of jobs over the past 10 years and your achievements at each job. It's important to report your results in a measurable way. Use numbers to support your words because general phrases don't sound convincing in this case. In the education section, it's important to mention all education you received: university or college, additional courses, webinars, and even online lectures. There is a competitive advantage such as TEFL TESOL certification that confirms your perfect knowledge of the language and professional skills. Right now, you have an opportunity to enroll in an online TEFL TESOL course with a 50% discount and become a high qualified English teacher in a couple of months. Don't miss such an opportunity and go to our homepage TEFLTESOLcertification.com to get a course program and to get an international certification and start working abroad. So when it comes to formatting basics, there are some general tips. The highlights of your profile should be easily scannable, so keep your job titles clear and brief. Avoid flowery language, jargon, and abbreviations. Make good use of bullet points to break down responsibilities, achievements, and skills. And after you proofread your resume, ask someone to check it again because you could just miss some typos and other mistakes. So in order to issue a resume of an experienced English teacher, you should fill in all items of the section work experience. Also, this section should include all relevant information and work experience in terms of English teaching. And if you have an experience like work with foreign citizens, it's worth to mention as well. By the way, don't forget to indicate the places of work and achievements for them in reverse chronological order. Yeah, that sounds pretty good when we talk about high qualified English teachers, but what if you are a newcomer and just don't have an impressive track record? Fortunately, there are a lot of companies that don't require previous teaching experience, so that's why you need to include everything that can relate to teaching, such as volunteer work, projects, and other work experience. So such information might be useful and relevant even if it wasn't in a typical classroom setting. Do you remember what we've just discussed about a measurable way of your results? You should add some numbers in this section as well to show a hiring manager the scope of your abilities and skills. For example, you can determine the number of students that you work with per term or determine the size of the school where you work. So let's have a look at example. You evaluate and track the progress of over 100 students throughout the year and work closely with other staff to effectively plan and coordinate work. Or you help students to prepare for exam at a school with over 2,000 students. So in order to qualify the position of online English teacher, you should show in your resume that you have computer skills, that you have work experience on different online platforms, and that you are outgoing person. That means that you can approach any personality type. Your technology skills are taken into account, so your knowledge of digital communication platforms like Skype or Zoom will go a long way. It's also true in terms of other programs that are used for online teaching, such as PowerPoint or Google Classroom. Online English teaching companies often require applicants to provide a link to an introductory video for online teaching on their CVs, and there is the most notable difference between applying for an offline and online job. If it seems too difficult for you, you can use some templates in doc format and draft your resume or CV for the post of English teacher. Also, you can do the same in online way. So the good news is that we provide the opportunity to you to download templates of CVs and resumes and to adapt them depending on your information. So feel free to download them in the description of the video. Also, if you are afraid of making some typos and mistakes in your resume in terms of format and other things, we provide to you a list of online CV and resume builders so you can change all necessary information in terms of your experience and data, and also you can do everything in an online way. So now you see the difference between making resume and CV. And it's not so complicated as it seems to be because you have a choice. You can write it down on your own, or you can use some online builders and even Word templates to change all information that you need. So in a nutshell, you have a lot of different ways how you can make your resume or CV perfect and really impressive. And don't forget that in order to land a dream job in a particular company, you need not only to meet some requirements, but also to prove your results by numbers. So I really hope that you found this video helpful and instructive. And if you have some relevant questions, don't forget to leave them in the comment section below. We will be glad to answer. And don't forget to subscribe because it will help you not to miss next videos on our YouTube channel. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you the next time. Have a good day.